Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope 2021 is treating you well. So recently I put up a post on Instagram asking people to tell me about the first video they would want to see on my channel in the year 2021, and the most common request I got was what I eat in a day. So today I am here with you sharing what I eat in a day in 2021, and I'm just going to share some of my favorite recipes with you. I hope you enjoy it. So I start my day these days with a juice, and this juice is my absolute favorite. So I have carrots, beetroots, tomatoes, and anything else that I find around the house, amla, sometimes ginger. So these are the ingredients that sort of go into this juice. To make this juice, I take my blender and then I add all of these ingredients in it. Just, be open to experimenting with this one. You can add a lot of different things, whatever you like. You can add pomegranate as well. I've tried that in the past and that tasted really good too. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in some water. So I have about 1 liter of water, which is good enough for 3 of us. And then I'm just going to blend it up. Now, a lot of you will come and tell me that, hey, you shouldn't have juices, you let go of a lot of fiber. I know that, and I have a very interesting way in which I use the leftover fiber on the same day itself, which I'm going to share with you in this video, so don't worry about it. Cool, so as soon as all the blending is done, I'm just going to quickly drain the fiber out and the juice is completely ready. To make it a little bit more palatable, if you really enjoy the taste, if you don't really enjoy the taste of raw vegetables, what you can do is squeeze in just a little bit of lime juice. As you can see, I would definitely be doing that because I'm not honestly a very big fan of raw vegetables. So what I do is I add just a hint of salt, just a hint of it, and I go ahead and squeeze in a lime as well. And then I stir this together, the whole thing, and I transfer it to a glass and I have it. I've been sharing photos of this juice on my Instagram every day, and so many of you asked me for the recipe, so here you go. Okay, now for the breakfast. So I'm going to use the leftover fiber that I had from this juice to make my breakfast. For that, I am first going to put some water to boil in an idli maker, and then I'm going to start working on this. So I have the fiber, I have dahi, I have suji, and I have a whole lot of vegetables and a little bit of soda water. You can add some baking soda as well, but I prefer soda water just because I like how it sort of makes the batter. But you can use anything you like. So in a bowl, I'm going to mix all of these things together. First, I'm adding suji, to which I'm going to go ahead and add in the dahi. And then I'm going to add the fiber from the juice, and I'm going to go ahead and add in all of these vegetables. So I have some palak, some diced carrots. I also add anything and everything I like, some capsicum, some cabbage, methi, mirchi, whatever you like. Honestly, you can go crazy with this one. And then I'm going to drop in just a hint of oil and some salt. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mix the whole thing together. So you just need to mix it until it comes into sort of like a dough-like consistency. Essentially, what we're making today, I don't have a name for this because this is a really random recipe of something that my mom just created for us. And yeah, towards the end, I add just a little bit of soda water and then I mix the whole thing together. Now, as the batter is ready, I'm going to take it and I'm going to make it into small balls like this one. Honestly, it doesn't have to be a ball. You can roll them into any shape you like. You can completely go crazy with this one as well. And then on my idli plate, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil and I'm going to make sure that every single sort of circle gets the oil that it needs. And then I'm going to place all of these, 2 of these on one case. And yeah, you just need to make sure that you steam it just like how you steam any idli. And this breakfast will be completely ready. Now, you guys can give me suggestions on what to call this because I honestly don't have a name for this at all. We just call it that beetroot wala thing at home. So once it's done in about 10 to 15 minutes, you can see that you can put a fork in, and if the fork comes out clean, then this is completely ready. But you won't like the taste of it as it is. It may seem a little bland. So what we do is we sort of cut this up into small pieces. And then we'll go ahead and sort of temper this with the seasonings of our choice. This just makes it a lot more tasty and something that you'll actually enjoy. So in a kadai, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil and some jeera. You can add rye as well. I'm not a big fan of rye for some weird reason. I like jeera. And then we're going to add some curry leaves, green chilies. You can add your usual tempering favorites. Just stir the whole thing together, and once the oil is hot and crackling, you can go ahead and drop in these pieces. Because these are already completely cooked, it won't take a lot of time, maybe just about a minute or two, and they will be completely ready for you to eat. Don't go by the look of it. Honestly, it's very tasty, and if you don't like beetroot in any shape or form, then this could actually be a really good recipe for you to try. It's one of my absolute favorite breakfast dishes to have these days. Some days I have this, some days I have beetroot chila. Basically, I make sure that whatever comes out of my juice, I use it. Now moving on to lunch, we're going to make my absolute favorite chicken recipe. So for this we need some onions, some tomatoes, ginger, garlic, green chili and a whole lot of dry spices of your choice. And we're going to blend this into a thick paste. Now this is a chicken recipe that I promise you, once you try, you won't want to go back to any other recipe. Take my word on it. If you are a chicken lover, you have to give this one a shot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and blend all of these things together into a thick paste. For that, we're going to add everything to a blending jar, and we're going to add just a hint of water to this, and then we're going to blend it up. Once the blending is done, we are going to go ahead and start making the chicken. So in a kadai, we're going to go ahead and add some oil. And to that oil, we're going to add some dry red chilies. Now dry red chilies you can skip completely if you don't like spicy food, but if you like spices, make sure that you add it. And then we're going to drop in some whole sliced onions. Stir everything together and keep stirring it till it turns slightly translucent, after which we're going to go ahead and add in the paste that we just made. Mix the paste with the sliced onions, and then to this we're going to add some marinated chicken. So I just took some chicken and I marinated it with some turmeric, some red chilies and some salt. That's it. I marinated it about, I would say, an hour before actual cooking, but you can do it overnight as well if you like. Now we're going to add some seasoning. So we'll add turmeric, red chili powder, salt, and that's it. And just mix the whole thing together. And now is where the magic would happen. You just have to let this be. Let this be for at least, I would say, 35 to 40 minutes, and cover it up with a lid and let it be, and it will be done and ready for you to eat in about 40 minutes with all the delicious flavors. This is how it'll look in 40 minutes, and it is just the most gorgeous chicken you will ever have. You have to believe me on this. Please try this recipe, and if you do try, let me know about it on Instagram. I'd be happy to see your pictures. We're just going to go ahead and garnish it with some dhania leaves, and the chicken is completely ready. So I usually have my chicken in lunch with some roti and dal. So now I'm going to go ahead and set up the plate. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of chicken as always. My focus is on eating more chicken than roti. So I have 1 roti and 2 pieces of chicken, and some dal, like a katori of dal, and some kheera, which I don't honestly like, but I have to eat it. Some hari mirch and rotis. That's it. That's my lunch. Now for dinner, I had some chicken left over with me, so I'm going to have that. But with that, I'm also going to go ahead and make some soup. So I'm going to show you my palak soup recipe. So I use palak from my own garden now. I am so proud that I spent 2020 growing my garden. So for this soup, you're going to need some palak, some ginger, some garlic and some tomatoes. That's all you need. We're going to add all of this to a pressure cooker, and we're going to let it steam for, I would say, about 10 minutes. That's all you need, honestly. So we're going to tear up the palak leaves, and we're going to add in some cut tomatoes, a little bit of garlic because garlic just adds great flavor, and a hint of ginger. So we're going to add a lot of water to this, as much as you like, and some salt to taste, and we're going to let this pressure cook. This soup is actually quite a hearty soup to have. Once you try making this, I'm sure you'll want to have it every other day, especially for winters. If you live in Delhi or if you live in the northern part of the country, I know how much you would want to have soups. So this is a great recipe for you to try. And yeah, after about 10 minutes of pressure cooking, this is completely ready. So we're going to transfer this to a bowl. And I'm going to take a spoon and smash the tomatoes and the palak just a little bit to ensure that it's perfectly cooked. After this, I'm just going to let it be for about half an hour so that it cools down a little bit. And then the cooled mixture, I'm going to transfer that to a blending jar and I'm going to blend the whole thing up. Please ensure that it has cooled down before you do the blending, otherwise your blender would go crazy. Cool, so this is done. Now I'm going to make sure that I heat it again. So in a pan, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of butter. You know, you can use oil for this if you want, but butter is what is going to do all the magic to this dish. So make sure that you don't skip on the butter. Add just a hint of it if you don't like to have butter, but make sure that you add just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and pour in the soup that we just made in the blender, and we're going to mix the whole thing together. You can always test for the seasoning a little bit. If you feel like it needs a little bit more salt, you can always add it. If you like the flavor of black pepper, you can add some black pepper to it, or some crushed red chili flakes also if you like. It's completely up to you. You can customize at this point according to your liking. And once this is done, the soup is completely ready. So we're going to transfer this to a bowl. Now after this you can have it as it is as well, but if you just want to add just a hint more flavor to this, you can go ahead and drop in a little bit of cream. So I have some fresh malai which I beat up, and I am just going to add it to my soup, and yeah, the soup is completely ready. It's one of my favorite things to have, and I would highly recommend you guys to try it out as well. All of the recipes that I've shared in today's videos are my recent favorites, and I've been having them almost every other day in my home. So do try it out and let me know how you like this video. If you'd like to see more such videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.